Live from the floor of the NYSE, that's a market open.
Hello, this is the fourth week of June 2016. We are roughly 3 months into this project now. This is a continuation, obviously, of last week. We are trading the Emini S&P 500 futures market here in this live day trading room, and I will be guiding you through the steps here along the way, and will explain to you what we are doing in this project, as well as our results, previous results, and the goals we aim for here. So you can see here the E-mini S&P 500 futures market chart right in front of us. This is the ES, so-called ES, as you can see here in the bottom left corner, ESU6. This is September contract expiry, 5-minute chart, volume indicator here right at the bottom. On the right hand side you can see the demo accounts we are trading on. So this is a demo 1 account. We have a little bit of a loss here on our first account. On our demo 3 intraday we are profitable. We have around 3,000 profits over there. So last week was positive, around $1,500 profit, which is roughly 5% of our total account value. Obviously we will be trying to achieve 10% per month, as I said before. This is my main intention here, because I think this is above average returns, and if we can achieve those, I would be very happy. And you can see here we are just 3 minutes to the open, or 2.5 minutes. The time is here at the bottom right hand corner, 17:28. So just 2 minutes to this open, and we will be normally trading right from the open on this market. This is a futures market here, E-mini, but the E-mini is the underlying symbol of the real S&P 500 futures market. This is a comprisement of, or how would you say, of 500 of the most successful companies. It is an indice, so all those prices of these individual stocks are taken together in one basically price here. And this market is very good for day trading because it is so volatile, and it is also very, very liquid, which allows us to be filled on our orders immediately, and we will not have any issues in this regard. So that makes it a perfect market for day traders like myself and many others out there. This is definitely one of the most prestigious places to trade. So you can see here right from the open, we will place our orders now. The open is just 10 seconds away, and I will be trade calling these orders here well in advance. You will see that in the live trading room. We will set up that live trading room later, not now from the very beginning, maybe after 2 months time. Then I will be looking at this, because at the moment we want to get started, avoid some trading mistakes, get into the flow of things, and develop our approach. As you can see here right from the open, and we are filled on our second entry already. This is part of my strategy here, to enter a second position 1.5 points away from our initial entry. But I will be talking about this again, and in the previous videos you could also see some of this already. So you can see we immediately push towards our stop. So we are stopped out of this market right off the bat here on Monday again. Like usual, every Monday we don't have so much success in the past. It's interesting to see, so maybe we can learn something, that Monday is not our preferred trading day, and we should reduce our contract size on such Mondays. But we will be looking at that later, also after some time period where we can see some trading results. Then we will be reviewing our statistics, and maybe we can make a few adjustments along the way. I'm still working on an Excel sheet to upload all of these trades, and I will be doing that in the very near future. Maybe also once we set up this live training room, I will be also uploading our Excel sheet on the website. If there are any questions in the meantime, you can also contact me on my Discord channel. This is a chat application. It's for free, and very good for communication. If you have any questions, address me in that Discord channel. The link is just below in the description, and we can communicate over there if there's anything would like to exchange, obviously leave a comment on such videos. I will be reviewing those as well, and then we can take it step by step. I want to include some information in each session I'm doing here, so some information which can help you to develop your own trading strategies. I don't want to make it very repetitive, but obviously since these sessions are very long, let me just fast forward so we can see any more trades coming up here. So as you can see, sometimes we already filled, so I can show you each and every trade, but I want to make it a little bit faster. As you can see, the seconds are running also faster here in the bottom at the clock 17:42, because I want to speed up this video. Obviously, to go through all of those trades in a week, it might take some time, and I don't want to make these videos too long, maybe 40 minutes maximum. I think that is more than enough to keep concentration and just review those trades. Obviously, I want to include some information in these sessions so you can take something away, but this is more of an evidence, these sessions here, so you see all the trades I made. If there's any confusion later in regards to our trading results here, actual trading results, then we will have these videos loaded as evidence. So you can see here, for example, we break out of this pre-opening range, and the pre-opening range here is decided from the highest point anywhere before 17:30 on this clock here. This is 9:30 US Eastern Time. This is a different time zone, 17:44, but I will be changing that later so everything is more clear. This is CET +2, but never mind. So you can see here at 87.50, the high of the day. That's indicated by a small doji and a red bar next to it, just to the left, 15:30 roughly on the clock. And this is the pre-opening session basically, and that was the high of the pre-opening session, and we broke out of this range. This is a very typical trade we do here, or I do on this channel. And normally we see a reversal back into range, especially if we see decreasing volume, as you could see here on the last green bar, just the one before the one forming now. You can see a little bit of weakness in the bar because the body is quite small, the tip is rather long, and you can see also decreasing volume in these first three bars from the open. So I wanted to anticipate a short reversal here to the pre-opening range. And as you will see here shortly, this is a successful trade, and we can take a small profit, recover a little bit of our losses right from the beginning. I was trading here on demo 1, but never mind, these will be accounted for on demo 1 and demo 3. This may be an intraday trade already, so I should have accounted for this on demo 3, but you will see more of this along the way. So let's move a little bit further and see if we can have another trade here. As you can see now, we have a small continuation into this pre-opening range. A small retracement. These red bars here, the last one and the one forming now, show a small retracement, but yet again you can see that the volume is decreasing. You can see that in the bottom chart here, volume ES continuous contract, which is indicated by the F 5-minute chart, hashtag, right? Hashtag F 5-minute chart. So you can see here, obviously you see the volume spike from 17:30. This is the market open, so the market opens at 17:30, 9:30 US Eastern Time, and then basically everyone will start trading because the margin requirements from then are changed and are reduced to almost half of what they are pre-opening session. So pre-opening session margin requirements are quite large, so this is not market open, and obviously also it's a night session, so nobody is usually trading in the night, or many traders prefer obviously to trade in office hours, which is 9:30 US Eastern Time. This is the American S&P 500 futures market. So you can see here a long trade actually, and we will be staying in this for a while. but then we will take a small profit here, 1.75 loss on demo 3 account. So you can see a lot of small profits accumulating. But we had a bad opening trade, so if I have such a bad opening trade, I will try to make up some of these losses here intraday, just to balance out the account. I will not try to necessarily make up all of our losses, just to balance a little bit what has happened here previously. But on this last trade, you could see something here. I will pause the video quickly before this moves to the next day. So 87, as you can see here, was our entry, almost 2087, and we can see a little bit of a push up, so a continuation to the upside to 89. But since we anticipate a breakout again of this range here, we could place our target much higher, so at 91.90s, because the market reverses up again to that position and will push through this level, obviously, because we have seen this two times already. So second approach, breakout, should go and continue a little bit higher. But on that day, I was not thinking about it. This is fine-tuning the strategy, so we will be talking about this during this process. But let's keep it simple for now. I will be mentioning that again, that we can improve our exit scenarios, looking at volume and also looking at these breakout ranges. So this was a Monday, and we will be moving to Tuesday now. This is the 21st of June 2016. You can see here on the right, obviously, our profits are accumulated for on demo 1 and demo 3. So we opened here on a doji, and I should not be looking for an entry at this point, because a doji opening or doji pre-opening here on 1725 indicates to me that I should be waiting for this bar to close. So you can see here the time, obviously 1730. This is just prior to this opening, this doji. And the doji, I think many of you know these terms here. If you have any questions, let me know. Also, best would be on my Discord channel, because no need to write a comment on the video to ask such questions. But obviously a doji here, a candlestick 5-minute chart, is a bar where the open of the price, the opening price and the closing price of the bar are the same. So they close and open at the same spot, which was 79 in this case. So we see an entry here. So after this bar, basically, let me just fast forward a little bit here. You can see the bar is about to close, so it's 1735. And as soon as the bar closed, I want to enter a short position from here. The reason being for short position, first of all, the doji, after the doji, the bar shows in that trend direction. And also we anticipate, or I anticipate, a breakout out of this pre-opening range, which is indicated here by 77. You can see rather a significant reversal from this 77 level back up to 81 in the pre-opening session from 1630. But now we approach this breakout level one more time, and it seems that we will be breaking out of this range again. So let me see if there's any continuation in this trade here. As you can see, we are stopped out break even. So if we reach to a certain target area, maybe 1.5 points away from our initial entry, I will be exiting any trade break even. This is just part of my strategy. But everyone could have a different approach, obviously. We can talk also about such things here along the way. We don't have to do it all at once, but I think we can exchange some information. So this is just some rules I have here in front of me. I was writing them down earlier. I think this is the approach to things, to have a set of rules which you can follow, which are not necessarily overlapping rather give you good indications and clear signals on what you should do in which situation. So this is another trade here. I took a long position because I could see weakness in this breakout here, the green bar and the red bar, the last ones just prior to this one here. They show a bit of weakness in the body and also the tip to the bottom. But you will see something very shortly here. So we are in 10 contracts, almost, we hit our profit target already. Unfortunately, we are not filled in this case. But you can see also the bar is about to close in a second here. And the body is also very weak on the last bar we can see here now. And if it closes on a doji, I have to exit anyway. But I will be exiting this trade here 78 because I was thinking that the market might reverse down. This was not a very good decision because we can see a little bit of a spike up, but as you will see later after the close of this bar, this decision was not inferior to or was actually what I expected. The market will reverse down here, as you can see, because there's not so much strength here in this last bar, as you can see, and the market will reverse all the way down. But that can be seen actually on a different video, but you see it here a little bit reversing down. So the exit was not bad, even though not for full profit. So this is Wednesday, 22nd. Let's have a look here at this opening. Long position right from the open. First profit target is achieved already here again, 1.5 points roughly. Will be achieved now, as you can see, and I will pull in my stop to break even. Break even means that I will get out of this position as soon as the market returns to my initial entry. Initial entry here is 82.50, and it was a very good trade because I anticipated here the breakout out of this pre-opening range. High of the pre-opening range is 85, as you can see here on the left hand side, just at around 1500. But unfortunately the market will reverse back down and we will be taken out of this market break even again. So this is it for this day, Wednesday. Nothing much happened. You can see still the profits here on the right hand side, still from carried over from previous days. I think in the future I will be doing something to this. I might start accounting fresh every week so we can make it more clear for everyone, because this gets quite confusing a little bit later down the line. I already saw that, but I want to make it as clear as possible for everyone. So as you can see here, this is also an interesting day because we have a very large spike up in this market here. It's 1300 roughly. To the left you can see that very long green bar, and this is called a gap area kind of, and normally we are trying to close this kind of gaps during the day because these prices are not yet traded. So if you have been trading the market profile or something like this, or if you have heard about market profile trading, this could mean that these areas will be retested again and traded again because prices have just been traded for a second or so while this bar was formed, this long green bar. And as you can see, during the day we were slowly reversing back down and we were trading these levels many more times, and I was anticipating that the gap will be closed here. And as you can see, this was a very good opening trade, again right from the open, a short position, and we actually are pushing down, and you can see here that we will be closing this gap in only 4 bars, which is very nice. You can see it right from the open, only 4 bars, and we will be closing this gap, I think, even on this last bar here, achieving our full profit of 5 points for this opening strategy. This is roughly $1,250 minus some commission. Commission round trip is around $20, and we will be accounting for that later as well. Probably in our Excel sheet, because the demo is not accounting for these commissions. So I want to make it clear in this Excel sheet. We have to be straightforward in this representation here. I think that is most valid for everyone. and the truth. So as you can see here, a very nice opening trade. We just hit our profit target there for the full profit of 5 points. We're trading the Emini S&P 500 futures market here on the 23rd of June 2016. This should be a Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. And normally these levels like 2090 could be also support level. As you can see, the market is pushing away from it, but once we push through this level, many stop orders are hit, or many buy or sell orders are hit. And that means that we push through this price rather quickly, and we see a lot of volatility on the other side of this gap, which is 2090. So let's move right into Friday. This was the most interesting day of the week, obviously, because we had such big political events and we were waiting for this decision to happen in the European Union, UK. They exited by vote, this European community here. And this was obviously a very big political event, and everyone was a bit in shock at this point in time. So pre-opening session here, everything you see to the left was very, very volatile, a lot of volume, and we could see a huge loss prior in the pre-opening session from midnight roughly, when this decision was made or came out, or the results came out. We saw a huge spike, 100 points loss in the S&P 500, even though we see a recovery here again. But this is something obviously which was shocking for the market participants. So I also expect a lot of volume on this opening, and as you will see here shortly, I will be trying to enter a short position, because I thought maybe this market still wants to test prices a little bit lower. These are negative news, obviously, and I was not mistaken, but here you can see we hit our first profit target. The market seems to push down further, but then reverses all the way back up to our initial entry, taking us out of this market break even. And then we see a huge spike up, as you can see here now. The volume is coming in, and we really want to fill this pre-opening gap, which we have seen, these 100 points. And you can see here a lot of volume coming in. You see that left on the left side, you could see these red bars here. There's a lot of volatility still in this market. Here I took actually a trade. I can show you that quickly. I wanted to enter a short position, but I did it on a 5-second chart here, you can see, and I did not change my contracts amount to 5. You can see that here just below the profits, accumulating -1, a short position, and then the 5. These 5 are like just that I can place 5 orders or 5 contracts in one contract is the position we are in at the moment, but there was a small mistake, and we hit our first profit target here, the blue line 47 already. But I was staying in this market because I had this one contract entry, and it was a very quick entry, so I was not able to get filled on my other 4 contracts. I entered this market at 52.25. And I kept this position because obviously it's a little bit ridiculous, one contract at this point if we trade 5. So I better get out of this as soon as possible, and we will be stopped out of this break even. So no trade there, no result there. But then again, a little bit later in the day, I could see reversal here. As you can see, a small retracement in this market. We have a lot of upward momentum at this point in time. So you can see here this downward retracement. These 2 last bars are quite significant, and obviously this retracement shows me that we should be actually be pushing up further again, and obviously that will also happen here very soon. So I entered a long position after this small retracement, and I will be looking at some profits here. Obviously this is also an interesting trade, as you can see here, because we will hit our price 57.50 2 or 3 times, and we are not actually filled on this price. This is a good thing, because obviously the demo should also be accounting for this kind of issues, because obviously our orders are also placed alongside with many other people, so we are normally not filled if we just hit a price. We rather be filled if we go one tick beyond a certain price, and that is very, very obvious. As you can see, we almost returned to our break-even level, and I was thinking about exiting this market, but I decided not to, because we were not pushing down. If we see a little bit more volume down to 53s at this point here, I would be trying to exit this market before we hit our break-even level, just to take a few ticks profit. Even a few ticks can do something for us, but as you can see, the bar is quite long, and even a reversal of such kind on one bar may indicate to me that we actually want to push higher again. And as you can see, we'll hit the price a second time. That's what I was talking about earlier. Then we reverse all the way back down again. Very interesting trade. But we see decreasing volume in this last bars here, so now the same again. Push down. I was thinking, if we reverse all the way back down, I want to be out of this market. But you can see a little bit of weakness in this last red bar forming here. Not so much volume, and the price has been tested already here of 53s, roughly 53.50. So again, I kept my target area 57.50, and then we will hit our price here shortly for our 5 points target on this Friday. Friday seems to be a good day, and we made our profit here of 1,250. So this was quite a nice week actually. We have here 7,350 on this demo 3 account intraday, and we have around 1,500. Well, let me just double check how much we have here. 750 actually only on our demo 1 account, minus 750. That would yield roughly a profit here for this week of $4,000, which was quite nice, and this already is above our monthly target of 10% on total account value. As I said, we're trading roughly $30,000 account, and I want to achieve 10%. This is my target basically. So we achieved that already, and if we achieve those results, we can be very profitable, but should not be. We should not stop to trade. I think we can continue, maybe a less contract amount, but obviously we have to still follow our strategy. So I wanted to do a swing trade here. This is the last thing I will show you for this week's video. This is demo 4. So I was thinking I can just trade a swing trade here on demo 4. This should not be part of this project here, but I just show you now because this is attached to the videos. Because obviously this news are quite bad here. This UK exiting this European Union. So as you can see here, because of bad news, obviously I want to initiate short positions, and I do that here several times from 57.75, and this is already the second one. So the first one was break even. This is the second one, the second short position which I entered, and I will be exiting out of this position as well, because I got a little bit worried that we will push up again to our break even level. As you can see, I will be exiting this here very shortly. Not a very good trade. I should have stayed in this one here at least. I think this was a superior entry I did here at 57.25, and I should not be exiting. But as you can see, the market seems to be pushing up, and I got a little bit worried, so I got out of this. But you will see a continuation to the downside. So unfortunately, not a very smart exit. And then I will approach this a second time. So I will be trying to enter the market again on a short position on this bar, but I will be taking out break even. So 3 attempts for a short position, 3 times roughly break even. That means now that I stopped doing this, because this should not be part of of our trading approach here anyway, because swing trading is not something I focus on at the moment, but we can look at this later. So thank you for watching these videos, and I hope you have a nice day. Take care. Bye bye.